Hello students, in the last class we derived some standard laws of logarithms. What are those? Logarithm of ab base x is log a base x plus log b base x. Logarithm of a by b base x is log a base x minus log b base x, and logarithm of a to the power n base x is n times the logarithm of a base x. And using these three standard laws we have different problems, okay? And in the last class two simple problems we solved in that. And now in this class we are going to learn, I am going to discuss few more problems which we can solve using those standard laws. And look there on the board, first problem of the class. See, for that problem x is given as log 3 to the base 2 and y is given log 5 to the base 2, and the question is to find logarithm of 7.5 to the base 2 in terms of x and y. See, I have x, I have y, I need to find this logarithm of 7.5 to the base 2 in terms of x and y. First of all, you need to analyze the question, right? And the second step is make a plan to solve the problem, right? See, that plan is just nothing but we have just three standard laws in our hands as tools. Use those three standard laws to express this log 7.5 base 2 in terms of x and y. So start with logarithm of 7.5 base 2. So consider logarithm of 7.5 base 2. And see, how can we write this 7.5? Right? We need to involve log 3 base 2 and log 5 base 2 so that we can get x and y. See, logarithm of 7.5 base 2, see 7.5 is just nothing but 15 by 2. So I will write it like this, logarithm of 15 by 2 base 2. See, this is just a logic, okay? 7.5 is 15 by 2, obviously. And now, logarithm of 15 by 2. Logarithm of a by b. Second law of logarithm gives us the difference of two logarithms. So this is equals to logarithm of 15 base 2 minus logarithm of 2 base 2. Is it clear? Logarithm of a by b base x is log a base x minus log b base x, log 15 base 2 minus log 2 base 2. Clear? And now if you look there, logarithm of 2 base 2 is 1. We know it because the power and base are same here. And logarithm of 15 base 2. Write this 15 as 3 into 5 because log 3 base 2 and log 5 base 2 are to be involved here, and that's why this is equals to logarithm of 3 into 5 base 2 minus logarithm of 2 base 2 is what? 1. And now logarithm of the product 3 and 5. Logarithm of the product is sum of two logarithms, first standard law. And with the first standard law, this logarithm of 3 into 5 can be written as logarithm of 3 base 2 plus logarithm of 5 base 2, and this minus 1 is as it is. Yeah. See, at the end, logarithm of 17.5 base 2 is just nothing but what? Log 3 base 2 plus log 5 base 2 minus 1. But what is log 3 base 2? As given it is x, log 5 base 2, it is y, and this is equals to x plus y minus 1. And there ends our task. See, what is our intention? Our intention is to express this logarithm of 7.5 base 2 in terms of x and y. At the end, logarithm of 7.5 base 2 is what? X plus y minus 1. Okay? And that's the first problem of the class. And now, look at the board. The second problem. If x square plus y square is equals to 6xy, then prove that 2 logarithm of x plus y is equals to log x plus log y plus 3 log 2. Yeah, this is given x square plus y square is equal to 6xy, and this is what we need to prove. So to prove this, we need to start our discussion with this x square plus y square is equals to 6xy. So you just consider that given statement. What is the given? X square plus y square is equals to 6xy. You need to consider this. And now we need to prove this statement. Look at this left hand side. You need to make a plan here actually. This is 2 log x plus y. So 2 log x plus y can be written as, by sending 2 here, by the third law, logarithm of x plus y whole square it becomes. So you need to make x plus y whole square with this x square plus y square is equal to 6xy. See, what is x plus y whole square? See, x plus y whole square is x square plus y square plus 2xy, right? And that's why, since we have this x square plus y square is equal to 6xy, add 2xy both sides. You just add 2xy both sides, okay? Why we are adding 2xy? For that you need to make a plan by analyzing this statement what we need to prove. The left side is, in the left side of this statement, x plus y whole square is involved. For that, you need to make x plus y whole square here, so add 2xy both sides. Then what will happen? And then x square plus y square plus 2xy is equals to 6xy plus 2xy by adding 2xy. And now here in this left side, x square plus y square plus 2xy is clearly what? X plus y whole square. Whereas that side, 6xy plus 2xy is nothing but 8xy. So we have that x plus y whole square is equals to 8xy. And now to prove this statement, you just apply logarithm on both sides. So if you apply logarithm on both sides, what will happen? So this implies logarithm of x plus y whole square. See, the left side is x plus y whole square, take logarithm this side. So logarithm of x plus y whole square. The right side is 8xy and take logarithm. So this is equals to logarithm of 8xy. And now, in the left side, logarithm of something square. See, using third standard law, there is a chance to write these two out and the left side will become like this. 2 logarithm of x plus y using third standard law, okay? You need to revise, memorize all the standard laws. With the help of those laws only we are proving this, okay? And 2 log x plus y is equals to this side logarithm of 8xy, product 8xy. Logarithm of the product is equals to the sum of logarithms. So logarithm of 8xy can be written as logarithm of 8 plus logarithm of x plus logarithm of y. Okay, so 2 log x plus y is logarithm of 8 plus logarithm of x plus logarithm of y, sum of these three. So we need 3 terms here, okay? And now see, log x is balanced, okay? Log y is balanced, and here we have 3 log 2, but here we have log 8. So you just rewrite this 8 as 2 cube now. And if that 8 is logarithm of 2 cube, again by the third law, you just send this 3 here and it becomes what? Logarithm of 2 cube is just nothing but send this 3 here, you get 3 log 2. And at the end, 2 log x plus y is equals to 3 log 2 plus log x plus log y. There ends the proof with x square plus y square is equals to 6xy. And this is the second problem, okay? Look at the board. Third problem, okay? And this problem is somewhat important for your examinations also, right? Look there. See, 2.3 power x is equals to 0.23 power y is equals to 1000. See, this is the given statement. Using this given idea, we need to find the value of 1 by x minus 1 by y. See, there are many ways to solve this, but here our situation is using logarithms, okay? See, there is another way to prove this problem with the support of exponents also. But here we need to utilize the concept of logarithms. Look there, the given idea is what? Given 2.3 to the power x is equals to 0.23 to the power y is equals to 1000. That in the sense these 3 are equal, right? Since these 3 are equal, see, the first and third are equal, second and third are also equal. So you just write 2 different statements. So this implies 2.3 to the power x is equals to this third one. What it is? 1000, right? So I will write that 1000 as 10 cube. And this one, what it is? 0.23 to the power y. Again it is equals to what? 1000, which is 10 cube. And now you just apply logarithm for each and every term here. See, this implies logarithm of 2.3 power x base 10 is equals to logarithm of 10 cube base 10. And next step, what here it is? Logarithm of 0.23 power y base 10 is equals to logarithm of 10 cube base 10. See, for this too, just apply logarithm with base 10 on both sides. And here also just apply logarithm with base 10 on both sides. So now, see, we have 4 terms involved here, and for each and every term you need to apply third standard law. What is the third standard law? Logarithm of a power n is equals to n times the log a. So you send this x to this side. Then it becomes like this: x times logarithm of 2.3 base 10 is equals to logarithm of 10 cube base 10 is nothing but send 3 out. 3 into logarithm of 10 base 10. And coming to the second equation, here you send y out, so it becomes y logarithm of 0.23 base 10 is equals to, send 3 out, 3 logarithm of 10 base 10. And what you say about this logarithm of 10 base 10? See, logarithm of any number to the same base is 1, right? So this logarithm of 10 base 10 is 1. This logarithm of 10 base 10 is 1. So 3 into 1 is 3. And that's why I can write it like this now. Yeah, see, x logarithm of 2.3 base 10 is equals to 3 log 10 base 10. Y logarithm of 0.23 base 10 is equals to 3 log 10 base 10. See, we have this x log 2.3 base 10 is 3 log 10 base 10, and y log 0.23 base 10 is equals to 3 log 10 base 10. We know that this 10 base 10 is 1. Logarithm of any number to the same base is 1, right? So logarithm of 10 base 10 is 1 here, and again here also you need to write logarithm of 10 base 10 as 1. So at the end we have that x times logarithm of 2.3 base 10 is equals to 3. Since it is 1, 3 into 1 is 3. And the second step is what? Y times, okay? Y times logarithm of 0.23 base 10 is again 3, because log 10 base 10 is 1. So I need to find 1 by x minus 1 by y. So you just search for that 1 by x minus 1 by y. So send x this side and y also that side. So that is equals to, we have that logarithm of 2.3 base 10 is equals to 3 by x. If you send x that side, this logarithm of 2.3 base 10 is 3 by x. And from there, logarithm of 0.23 base 10 is equals to what? 3 by y. Send this y that side. So at the end, we have two values here. 3 by x and 3 by y are involved, and we are going to find 1 by x minus 1 by y, and that's why you just consider the difference of these two. Okay, now, okay, you just start with 3 by x minus 3 by y, because I need 1 by x minus 1 by y. Okay, so what is 3 by x? Logarithm of 2.3 base 10 minus 3 by y. What is 3 by y? Logarithm of 0.23 base 10. And now this 3 by x minus 3 by y is equals to the logarithm of 2.3 base 10 minus logarithm of 0.23 base 10. The base is 10, minus sign is there between them. Difference of two logarithms is the logarithm of division. So this is equals to logarithm of 2.3 divided by 0.23 base 10. Logarithm of the division of these two numbers, okay? 2.3 by 0.23. So what you say about its value? See, first of all, try to simplify this fraction. See, this division value, okay? 2.3 by 0.23, right? See, 2.3 is how much? 23 by 10. And 0.23 is how much? 23 by 100. Okay, this is 23 by 10 and this is 23 by 100, and on simplification you get it as what? Again 10. Okay, so this value is 10 just by the simple calculations of decimals. So this is 10. So this is equals to what? Logarithm of 10 base 10, and that is again 1. So at the end, 3 by x minus 3 by y value is 1. But I need to find the value of 1 by x minus 1 by y. So 3 by x minus 3 by y, just you common out 3. So I can write it like this: 3 times of 1 by x minus 1 by y is equals to 1 at the end. Since I need 1 by x minus 1 by y, send this 3 that side, and your value of 1 by x minus 1 by y is 1 by 3. Okay, once again just go to the problem. Okay, see, this is the given statement, and we are going to find this 1 by x minus 1 by y. See, for this statement, see, first and third are equal, second and third are also equal. You just apply logarithm with base 10 for each and every term. So, logarithm of 2.3 power x base 10 is nothing but x log 2.3 base 10 is equals to logarithm of 1000 base 10 is nothing but 3 log 10 base 10. And logarithm of base 10 for this becomes y logarithm of 0.23 base 10. And this logarithm with base 10 for this 1000 is again 3 log 10 base 10. Log 10 base 10 is 1. Logarithm of any number to the same base is 1. That's why this is 3 and this value is again 3. And now from there, logarithm of 2.3 base 10, send x this side 3 by x. Logarithm of 0.23 base 10 is what? 3 by y. So look these two. I need to find 1 by x minus 1 by y. So I have 3 by x and 3 by y. So consider 3 by x minus 3 by y. Difference of these two logarithms. Difference of two logarithms is the logarithm of division. And this division value is 10. So log 10 base 10 is again 1. So 3 by x minus 3 by y is 1. So if you common out 3, 1 by x minus 1 by y is 1 by 3. And there ends at the end, the value of 1 by x minus 1 by y is 1 by 3. Okay? And this is the third problem. And now fourth problem. We need to find x with this from this equation. See, 2 power x plus 1 is equal to 3 power 1 minus x. So use the laws of logarithms, definition of logarithms to find x. So first of all, you just apply logarithm on both sides with any base, and particularly base 10 we are using. Okay, so the immediate step is just nothing but applying logarithm with base 10. 2 power x plus 1 base 10 is equals to the logarithm of 3 power 1 minus x base 10. And now, by the third law of logarithm, send this x plus 1 out and this 1 minus x also out. Then it becomes how much? How? It looks like this: x plus 1 times logarithm of 2 base 10 is equals to and 1 minus x logarithm of 3 base 10. And now, x plus 1 into log 2 base 10. We need to find the value of x. That's why we need to make x as subject. First of all, you just multiply log 10 base 10 with x and 1. Here also log 3 base 10 with 1 and x. Okay? And in the next step, x times logarithm of 2 base 10 plus 1 into logarithm of 2 base 10. And here it is equals to 1 into logarithm of 3 base 10 minus x into logarithm of 3 base 10. Since I need to find x, so collect x terms in the left side and the remaining in the right side. So send this log 2 base 10 that side, it becomes minus log 2 base 10, and collect this minus x log 3 base 10 this side, it becomes plus x log 3 base 10. So that implies x log 2 base 10 is here. If you send it left side, x is a common term. So x times log 2 base 10 plus log 3 base 10 is the left side. Whereas in the right side, log 3 base 10 is there, send 2 base 10 that side, it becomes logarithm of 3 base 10 minus logarithm of 2 base 10. And now, see, x is there, okay? Here log 2 base 10 into log 3 base 10. The bases are same and plus sign is there in between them. There is a chance to multiply these two numbers by the first law. And here you can use the second law because minus sign is there in between them, and then you need to divide these two. So at the end we have that x times logarithm of 2 base 10 plus log 3 base 10. You just multiply those two numbers. Then it becomes like logarithm of 6 base 10 is equals to, in the right side, minus sign is there. So you just write it like that. Logarithm of 3 by 2 base 10. Is this right? Because difference is there, use the division. And now since I need x, send this log 6 base 10 that side. Therefore, x is equals to logarithm of 3 by 2 base 10 divided by logarithm of 6 base 10. At the end, your value of x is logarithm of 3 by 2 base 10 divided by logarithm of 6 base 10. Okay, just it is completely using the 3 standard laws of logarithms. Look at the board, I have another interesting problem, okay? We need to show that logarithm of 2 base 10 as irrational. See, proving irrationality of a number. See, log 2 base 10 is an irrational number. We started logarithms with that idea only, okay? See, and now we are proving that log 2 base 10 as irrational. So to prove a number as irrational, we will move with the contradictory way. So you need to assume that log 2 base 10 as rational at first. So let us assume log 2 base 10 as rational. See, log 2 base 10 is rational. We are assuming it, okay? We need to get a contradiction, okay, by using the mathematical logics. Since log 2 base 10 is rational, we can write that log 2 base 10 as in p by q form, in rational form for some integers p and q. See, log 2 base 10 is equals to p by q. And then this is the logarithmic form. You just write its exponential form. So to write its exponential form, send this 10 that side, it becomes like this. 2 is equals to 10 to the power p by q. And 2 is equals to 10 to the power p by q. You just apply power q on both sides now. Okay? See, if you take power q on both sides, this side 2 to the power q and this side 10 power p by q to the power q. Okay? See, this is logarithmic form. This is exponential form. You just apply power q on both sides. 2 power q is equals to 10 power p by q power q. And now left side is what? 2 power q. Yeah. Right side is 10 power p by q power q. So you just multiply these two by the law of exponent. So 10 to the power p by q into q. So q and q will get cancelled. You will left with 2 power q is equals to 10 power p. See, now look there. The left side is 2 power q and the right side is 10 power p. See, this 10 power p, 10 power 1, 10 power 2, 10 power 3 and all these numbers, because in the rational form p and q, they are integers, right? So in 10 power p always ends with 0. This 10 power p always ends with 0. But if you look there 2 power q, the left side, if you take any value in the place of q, it never ends with 0. Is it right? See, 2 powers can't end with 0, right? So it never ends with 0. So at the end, left side never ends with 0, right side always ends with 0. So to match those two, we don't have any p and q. So it is a contradiction actually. 2 power q is equals to 10 power p is not possible for any p and q. So it is a contradiction. And this contradiction is just because of our wrong assumption. So what is our assumption? Log 2 base 10 as rational. So since it is the wrong assumption, then the correct statement is just nothing but log 2 base 10 is irrational. So this is the way of proving the irrationality of the numbers like log 2 base 10 by treating them as rational and then try to get a contradiction, and that contradiction concludes that our assumption is wrong, and hence log 2 base 10 is irrational. There ends your first chapter, real numbers. See, in these videos, in these classes, we discussed complete concepts related to the real numbers which prescribed in your syllabus. See, once if you look all those things, see, we started our discussion with different types of number systems, and then Euclid's division lemma and Euclid's division algorithm. Using Euclid's division algorithm, we learnt the way of finding HCF of the given numbers. See, and after that Euclid's division lemma, you have fundamental theorem of arithmetics. See, you need to revise the statements of all these things like Euclid's division lemma, fundamental theorem of arithmetics, okay? And using fundamental theorem of arithmetics, there are different problems in our exercise, okay? And finding LCM and HCF, proving a number as prime and composite, like that we have different problems. And after that, with the help of this fundamental theorem of arithmetics, we learned the way of deciding a rational number, whether it is terminating or non-terminating. And before that, we discussed about different types of decimals and the way of converting a decimal number into the rational, and the way of converting a rational number into decimal, and how to decide a rational number whether it is terminating or non-terminating just by looking there, just by observing it, okay? That's we decided by using the fundamental theorem of arithmetics. All these things we learnt in the previous classes. And after these rational numbers, we discussed about the definition of irrational number and proving irrationality of the numbers. And after that, we entered into logarithms. So the definition of logarithms and basic laws and the standard laws of logarithms, different problems related to the logarithms in the last class. So all these things we learnt in the real numbers. Once again, you just revise all these concepts and try to practice all the problems related to these concepts. And now, at the end, look at the slide on your screen. And the slide consists of few problems. Just it is similar to the models what we discussed on the board. You just try to solve these problems. Thank you.